There's there's this principle in storytelling called chekhov's gun, which means if you set something up, then you should pay it off. I think Paddington and Paddington 2 are great examples of how to do chekhov's gun right. So you look at the first Paddington movie, there are several things that are established earlier on in the movie that are set up, like the fact that Mrs. Bird has all these Hoovers. One of the kids, the daughter Judy, is nervous about bringing this boy home, and also Paddington is showing her how to roar, how to speak bear. Then Jonathan really wants to do these more daring things. He built a rocket, but then things went wrong, so his dad wants him to stay safe, but Jonathan doesn't like that. And then we see that Mrs. Brown is trying to write an adventure story, but can't figure out who her hero is. And then the end of the movie, all this stuff is paid off. For one, we see right at the end there that Judy actually does bring Tony home. And also, she recognizes when Paddington is growling because she recognizes Bear. Jonathan actually uses nitroglycerin in the end to help the Brown family rescue Paddington. Also, we see Paddington use these Hoovers. Also, actually, it's shown earlier on that all these birds want Paddington's marmalade sandwich. Then, in the end, Paddington sees there are all these birds flying around, so he throws the marmalade sandwich, and thus all the birds swarm on it, thus leading to our villain being stopped. And then you look at Paddington 2, and it's established earlier on that Mr. Brown, Henry, used to be known as Bullseye Brown. Now he feels like he's in a midlife crisis. He didn't get promoted at work. Also, it's established that Aunt Lucy always wanted to see London but never was able to. And also, it's established that Jonathan is pretending to be someone he's not. He's hiding the fact that he likes steam trains, pretending to be J-Dog. Also, because Tony and Judy broke up, Judy isn't letting any boys help her out with the newspaper. But then you get to the end of the movie, and Jonathan is the one driving the steam train. Judy actually does allow boys to work for the newspaper again. And then you look actually at Mrs. Brown. It's established earlier on that she wants to swim a lot. She wants to make this big trip. Then at the end of the movie, she's the one who swims down to rescue Paddington. Also, Mr. Brown, in the end, actually uses those skills as Bullseye Brown to knock out our main villain. And on top of that, we see him actually use those skills on how to stretch your legs that we saw him learn earlier on in the movie. So both Paddington movies consistently set things up and then pay them off.